Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the council, city council meeting for Tuesday, August 26th, 2025 at 8:20 PM started. You all stand for the flag salute, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence, please.
Roll call.
Councilmember Castaneda,
Here.
Councilmember Sotelo. Here. Councilmember Alvarado,
Here.
Councilmember Zavala. And Councilmember De La Fuente.
Vera let me know that she would be gone, for council tonight. She had, a family emergency. So if I can get a motion,
Tootie, nothing for Tootie?
I have nothing from Judy. So if I can get a motion to have, Vera, dismissed.
Make a motion to excuse Vera Zavala from the meeting. Then a family emergency.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Sophie, second by Mary, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Also, I can get a motion to amend the executive session onto the city council agenda. We'll be moving it from the study session to the meeting. Correct, Drew? Okay.
That is
so
correct.
Thank you. So if I can get a motion,
I make a motion to approve the meeting agenda with the amendment of adding the executive session to 10. Item 10.
yes.
Second the motion.
Second, I have a motion by Sophie, second by Diane, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. If I can get a motion on the consent agenda.
I make a motion on the consent agenda.
A motion by Diana,
I'll second it.
second by Sophia, all in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Visitors' comments?
Bruno Olivares, 211 North Second Avenue. You guys are looking for money to help the library stay open? What's the purpose of having a code enforcer at this time of the year? You know, and another thing is, my understanding is that he might go to 32 hours a week. What's he gonna do between, you know, during those days? What does he actually do? What's his job description? That right there, you can eliminate that position and use that money for the library. The logos, nothing personal about the logo, but the logos. If we already have logos, if we already have the rights to those logos, why do we need to purchase another logo and more rights to that one? Those $2,000, that's another thing that can be used to the library. I don't know how many police officers have certificates, but my understanding is that not all of them do. I might be wrong, I don't know. But that's my understanding. If that's the case, then they can't really do anything. They can't carry a firearm. They can't drive around in a police car. They can't make arrests. They can't make stops because it's against the law. You got to be certified. And if you're not certified, then the city of Mountain is going to be liable for a good lawsuit. Staff recognition. I don't understand why you guys even think about staff recognition. I myself, when I used to work, my job was my job. It was my duty to do my job to the best of my ability without asking for having somebody come in to tell me, hey, good job, Ruben. No, it's a good job because I'm doing it to my best of my ability. That's what you do as a worker. You don't need to be recognized because you went that extra mile for whatever, you know, that's just part of the job. If you go that extra mile, well, you're helping somebody else out. You know, it's a team thing. So I don't understand that recognition thing. I wouldn't allow it. That's taxpayers' money. You think everybody here in Mountain would approve of that? I doubt it, because me as a taxpayer, I wouldn't approve of it. You know, that money could be used for something else. All these little nickel and dime things can be used towards the library. I think the library is a priority for the city of Mountain, for the kids of Mountain, and for students of Mountain, because they can go there after school if they want. Community days. Why was community days canceled from the park? Now they're gonna have it over here in the parking lot at the school. That's very unfortunate, because it's always been at one of the parks here in Mountain, always. Now all of a sudden it's not because of a post on Facebook? And somebody got offended by it? Well, you know what? Don't look at social media. And nothing will offend you. Let it be. There's no reason that community day shouldn't be over here at the park. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. And why it is over a Facebook post. That to me is just being selfish. Because community days is not just for one person, it's for everybody. It's for the community. That's why it's called community days. I myself, if I was you guys, I would really take consideration that change that. Change that and have community days back where it should be. Because it's for the people, it's for the citizens of Mountain. That's all I have to say. Oh no, one more thing. I find it interesting that all of a sudden, all these receipts just showed up. Why didn't the auditors find them when they were doing the audit? You know, they went through everything. My understanding was they went through everything and they couldn't find them. That's why we were $200,000 in the hole, because they couldn't find the receipts. And then all of a sudden they show up. Even now that they showed up, was that reported to the auditor? Because it's supposed to be. Another thing, one more thing before I go. When you guys do a budget this year, before the end of the year, I would strongly recommend you guys to do a budget and budget money towards the police department alone. Don't put it all in the general fund. Give them some money so they can play with. Let them have their own money. This is a good example, the car. They're needing a new vehicle. If they had their own budget, if they had their own money, they would have something to play with instead of having to come and ask. Because that's their department. And there's no reason that they should be without. There's no reason for that. They're here to do a job and they need the things to do the job. And if they don't have them, what's gonna happen? Just like the officer said, they're gonna have one person in the office just sitting there doing what? Who knows? So we do need to have, you know, have
Thank
them
you.
have their
Your
own
time is
budget.
up. Anybody online? Anybody has any questions? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go on to old business, approval of resolution 2025, establishing a general policy and procedure for processing public records requests and making public records available for inspection. So we talked about that, so I need a motion.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-20.
One motion by Sophie,
Second, yeah.
second by Diana, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. We're gonna go ahead and go on to B, approval of resolution 2025-19, establishing a general policy and procedure for occasional purchases at public expense of light refreshments for staff, officials, volunteers, and other participants attending certain specific city meetings and events. If I can get a motion.
So I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-19 for up to $100 spent during each quarterly meeting. 100 up to 100, if it doesn't carry over to the next one.
Second the
I
motion.
have a motion by Sophie, second by Diana, all in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. C, approval of resolution 2025-21, establishing a general policy and procedure for employee recognition, which we had put a limit of $10 per employee at the time of the week of the recognition, which would take place once a year.
I make a motion on the approval of the resolution 2025-21 establishing a general policy and procedure for employee recognition.
Motion by Diana.
Can you add the dollar amounts?
I did.
No, the motion.
Oh.
I'm sorry, it's in
Per person per
per
year.
person.
I have a motion by Diana,
I'll second.
second by Sophia. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We're gonna go ahead and go on to new business. Approval of ordinance twenty
It
twenty-five.
says discussion. This,
Discussion.
oh, was a typo? Must be this,
Yes.
supposed to be approval.
So approval of ordinance 2025-1197, amending Mapton Municipal Code 5.26.010 to adopt a definition of engaging in business, amending Mapton Municipal Code section 5.36.020 to establish a threshold exemption from businesses license fees, providing for servability and establishing an effective date.
You can read the whole thing again. Just ordinance part. Make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-1197.
I have a motion by Sophie,
I'll second it.
second by Mary, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. I want to get an approval on B, but, Officer Rodriguez wanted to,
Yeah, I wanted to add something.
add something.
So when we were working in Granger also, they had a curfew during the day. And these were for students that were suspended, told to go home. And then if parents are working, this would keep them inside. So that started at 9 AM. No kids would be out walking around between the hours of 9 AM to 2 PM
Okay, during the school hours.
during the school hours.
During school hours.
During school hours.
So here it would be,
I thought we had something like that, no?
no, and we do get a lot of kids
Because a
walking
lot of
around.
kids get suspended from school.
Yeah, and we've had problems in the past. I'm glad you're bringing that up, Officer Rodriguez. So could we start that at 8 AM because they do start arriving to school at 8 AM?
Well, and the reason why I put it at 9, if they're starting at school at 8 and say, for instance, there's somebody at 9:30, they're running to school,
Oh, okay,
you know, we can stop them and say, hey, where are you going? We're going to school.
Right.
okay.
Okay, cool.
So 9 AM?
9 AM and then 2 PM, because I think they get out at 2:45 here.
Isn't it 3?
I thought they got out at 3.
It could be, but I mean,
Back in the
maybe
day, it
if
was
they're
three.
walking to go pick up a, you know,
Okay,
Say
so
2:30?
2:30, should we say?
that'll be working.
Okay,
So they need to make notes of this, because this is gonna be tabled until they can bring it all together and then that's it the next time, because you gotta consolidate this one, he said,
so are we tabling this one, Drew?
Drew said, and then add it to.
Are we
That-
just amending?
That's my recommendation, is to table this, so then the staff can come back. In addition to bringing what you have in MMC 9.21 and what this proposal creates together, but also to include changes based on what you would like to see, including some of the changes to the curfew hours.
Okay. All right, no,
I make a motion to table this ordinance 2025-1198.
I have
I'll
a
second it.
motion by Sophie, second by Mary, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, so, council member, have any reports? Diana? Sophie?
Yeah.
Mary?
I have a question for the officer.
Mhm.
So. What happened?
Go ahead, I have my list over.
So, all this about the juvies, you know, being out, the younger
Yes,
generation. So, no, that's not my question, but ain't there something for like music all night long until like 10 o'clock in the morning?
so I know
Ain't
that.
there
Noise
shoot
ordinance.
noise?
I know that there is an ordinance from the city that you guys have already. The thing about that is, we don't really act until somebody complains. Then we,
So we
act.
have to call you.
Yeah,
But if we can't tell you exactly where it's coming from, we just hear it right over there.
you know, there's
But
been times
where
where I've
over
been
there?
patrolling and I see a party over there, a party over there. And I'm like, you know, I could be that guy, but I'm gonna wait until somebody gives me a complaint, and that way. They're just not like, hey, you're picking on us now, because I had that happen to me too. And it was a large party, and I got a lot of flack from that, but I was trying to tell them that I was there because I got a complaint. So usually that's what happens, is we wait for that complaint, that way it doesn't seem like we're harassing them or whatever. It's just-
So are we supposed to call 911 for a noise complaint, or are we? calling-
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Really?
911.
it's, you're calling.
Oh, okay.
So I know we have, it goes up till 10 o'clock, if I'm correct. And then, and I know because I have parties all the time, and we do stay later, but we turn the music down.
Hmm.
And then I know that if we get a complaint or someone comes and the officers come, you need to really turn it down. If we have to come back out again, then you gotta turn it off.
Yeah,
So I know,
we'll try to give warnings as much as we can, because, hey. you
So
know,
we have to
understand
call
people have-
911.
Exactly,
Okay,
because we need that
paper trail.
paper trail.
okay, so my next question is for you. So we're talking about all the juvies, but how about all these homeless people that are spray painting our buildings?
You know, unfortunately, most of it's probably done at night. I can probably contest to that.
Mhm.
And so if I could see your headlights coming, how easy is it for me to go around behind a building and nobody's there,
Yeah.
you know? It's unfortunate. The only thing that I could say is add more light. 'Cause
And
more
can't we
light,
give the homeless a certain time, you can only be out until this time? Yeah, they're homeless and they sleep out in the streets, but
Unfortunately, no.
They're adults.
Yeah, they're adults. Well, and
So
that's the good thing, that they're mainly all adults.
I guess, Drew, we do have a few homeless people here in town. It's not as bad as it used to be because I've cleaned it up quite a bit. But we do have a few. Is there anything we can do that, you know, hey, you can't be walking the street after a certain time?
Uh, I have not seen something specific that says that creates a like blanket curfew for adults as well. I know that we're starting to see some prevalence specifically about camping prohibitions in light of the Supreme Court decision overruling the Grants Pass and the Martin versus the City of Boise decision, which basically said you couldn't prohibit criminally an individual from sleeping in public areas where they had no other place to go. I can tell you that this area is still somewhat fluid because there is still some litigation out there, not based off of the federal constitution. The Supreme Court has settled that conversation, but based off of the state constitution, whether or not that provides any sort of protection in the way it used to be under the Martin and Grants Pass cases. What I would recommend, and maybe this is a conversation I could have with the city, with the police chief, is kind of to figure out what would be the best tool for the city to come back with you guys on, knowing and seeing what some other cities are starting to do, and see if that's something that could be workable for Mapton.
All right, thank you.
I do have comments that I forgot, I wrote down, questions, and a couple of them are for PD as well.
All right.
We're putting you in the hot seat tonight.
So our code enforcer. Well, some is for you, some is for here, but, they're supposed to go around and see any kind of code of, offenses, right, violations. He's supposed to bring that to you guys, correct?
I believe so.
And you guys are supposed to sign this thing. So the code enforcement we have is not putting down what the problem is. Just giving a couple of warnings, and because I got him, I got two, doesn't say what it is, it just says. One said sidewalk, and then one said vehicle, but it doesn't say, not vehicle, with unattended vehicle. It doesn't say what vehicle it is or anything, and it doesn't even have your officer's signatures on them.
So I
And they're
think,
done in the mail instead of handing it to us or giving it to the residents.
you know, I'm new here.
No, I'm sorry, yes, maybe this is, I know you guys, someone brought it up, I think it was the chief or the other guy who left, sergeant.
Sergeant, okay.
But isn't it supposed to be signed by the police officer after they bring it to your attention?
So unless we're going to site, that's the only thing that we need to sign off on.
But it says officer signature and it's just blank,
Because he's
on the
not an
form.
officer.
right?
So he's not signing it.
So.
So they're
are
not
they-
valid,
Well, I don't know, you're getting the thing in the mail from,
the
Indy,
city.
from,
The
The
city,
code enforcement.
yes,
Okay.
well, it doesn't say, but yes, the
Okay.
city,
So he's not an officer, so
right.
there's no reason why he would sign that because that's not his line.
And that's, I believe that's what the chief told him, you don't sign it. Yeah.
And so those are warnings that he's issuing
Uh-huh.
out. And then once they don't get done at a certain amount of time or whatever, then it falls back onto us and then
So
we,
you guys do it. So should it be specific of what they're talking about?
and that would be part of something that needs to be done from, you know,
Internal?
the city, yeah, city level to say, hey,
Okay.
this is how we're gonna do it. This is the way that you're going to do it. And,
How's the person gonna correct something if it doesn't say what the problem is?
exactly, it should say this vehicle,
Correct.
license plate or VIN number.
Right.
And that goes back to training. So I mean,
And I
Well,
want
yeah,
to,
this one does not have any training, any experience in it. And then another thing on this code enforcer thingy too, this is a brand new position that we didn't have, correct? That he wanted to bring.
no, we had it.
It's in the contract, it's in the
It was-
CBA.
We had it in the,
Mhm.
well, anything that's over how many hours, they have to go through the CBA. But we've had a code enforcer before.
Well, yes, but we had a code enforcer who was hired here, but is it in the CBA now? Because I know this was something new that he wanted to bring on. And we never got a contract.
No,
Who
was
wanted to
it,
bring it on?
no, because
The
he's,
chief.
it's only a 3-month position. He's not longer than that. He's not doing more than what, 30 hours a week?
I thought it was supposed to be 20.
20 hours, it's
Or-
supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, 20, but it could be up to 20, no more than 30. But I don't even think he's doing that.
No, I am watching his hours. I check every day
Mhm.
because
You're watching that money, good.
and I mean, he's just slightly above minimum wage anyway with no benefits. So he doesn't fall under the CBA because he's only a part-time temporary.
Right, right. So then we need to give him a little bit more training or be specific on what he's trying to give somebody a warning on so they can correct that
I
warning.
can advise him.
Okay, and then, oh, that's not for you anymore, sorry, thank you. But, I noticed on the last meeting, checked over the thing is, we had 2 officers do 140 hours and 120 hours overtime each. How
No,
is that
not
possible?
overtime. Those are standby hours when we're short, when they're
Oh.
short or, they
But
have
they
to
get
be on
paid.
call.
They get paid an overtime rate?
No,
It was on the overtime list side, 140 and 120.
the far end of their
Yeah.
time sheet, that is not their overtime. That is, that's their on-call
So they
And-
pay those extra 140 hours and 120
And-
hours though, correct?
at
Regular pay.
$2.50.
Oh, okay.
For their CBA.
Further CBA, okay, thank you. Oh, and this is for the office now, the Pacific office, is that our new copy
No,
machine? Is that
that's-
our old one?
Those are,
That
yeah,
was our old one, because we had $689 in overages.
those, so apparently one of those was from 2024, that they were just, I'm getting a little frustrated with receiving invoices from 2024. I don't understand why they're waiting.
Oh, they
so
barely
long.
gave it to you guys now? You didn't. Okay, that's it, thank you. Oh, well, spray licenses are our public works department, is anybody gonna get licensed to spray? Soon, or any kind of licenses, that thing we're paying, that other guy, a lot of money to spray.
Well, the other guy, he's a contract worker, so he's here to spray either way. When he
No,
comes
because
into the
he gives a
water,
Special, a different bill for that,
well, because he comes on the weekend to spray.
well, it's not the contract part, because he's coming extra to do that.
Well, he's the one who's got the pesticide license.
Well, that's that, so my question is,
So I have a question.
when are we
about
gonna
that.
get ours?
I know,
This is waiting for the date.
for the date,
You guys already approved the amount for his testing, so we have the check ready there for him, so when they.
we're just waiting for them.
For
Okay,
them.
so do we have anybody who has a CDL? Any certificates for anything that we need here for spraying or waterways or anything? Because I thought I read that back in the day in the CBA, that they had only so many months to get something like that. And if they don't, pa afuera.
You can't Pajuera because they're under a CBA and it doesn't take months. It takes hours, and I want to say it's like 1,800 hours or 2,000
But there's
hours.
something written somewhere, right?
I don't know if it's that,
Was because in 2022, I used to go with you into the office and we used to look at them.
yeah, but I think it
And I
changed
think
when we
need
did
to change
negotiate,
that then.
when we went into negotiations, and even at that, we can't fuera them because they're under a CBA.
Well,
But if they
how
don't
come
get,
nobody doesn't have anything?
but
here?
if they don't get what it says within a certain amount of time, then it is.
So I know, CB, I mean, the pesticides, I know Alexis is waiting. I know Alexis has got his hours in already to test for wastewater, but he hasn't been able to
We're
because
still waiting on it.
there's a waiting, yeah. So there's waiting lists for those,
So he is ready to be tested for the water.
for wastewater.
Oh, wastewater. Yeah, how about for anybody ready to test or is trying to get ready to test for water?
Yeah. Lorenzo,
Lorenzo's.
he just, yeah, Lorenzo's been working.
I thought somebody else was gonna get it as soon as the other person quit. No, he got his and then he found another job and then
Jesus, yeah.
somebody else was gonna get it, you said.
Well, they have to wait their hours, and I think if I wanted to say, Alexis said he's ready to go, but he's just waiting for a date.
And we don't have nobody for a CDL yet?
I know one of the guys had done it, but the thing is, I think we have to pay for that, correct? Marty?
Well, if you pay for it, if the city paid for it one time, they flunked it, then it's on their own.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's my
yeah,
understanding.
that's what I said, but I mean, the thing is, if we let one go do that, then we lose the guy. And as it is right now, we only have 4. We didn't bring on a temporary this year to help. Cause Joe thought when they could handle it, but there's a lot out there. And the only reason that they didn't was because of, Randy comes in and he does all the spraying for them.
And he has a contract of so many hours or so much dollar amount per month. Are we watching that?
I just requested the copy of the contract, which I am.
Cause I know he's going way over, yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed the last couple of months that he's gone way over. Yeah. I'm on that one.
Thank you. Okay, that's it for me. I promise.
Anything from her?
I don't know.
Diana, you didn't have any- Okay, so staff, you have anything?
Just want to bring up the email services, so we currently go with Yakima County. They're gonna do away with providing email services, so we're gonna go with another company. I've asked Vision for a quote, I asked another company that they didn't do it, so I'm just looking around up right now, but we will be getting new emails. as well.
Oh, okay, make mine shorter.
We're trying to, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for both of us.
And are we gonna get any tablets here soon? Cause you guys never returned my tablet back.
You can come to the office, I know I had you set up, so I wasn't sure what was going on with yours anymore.
Jerry took it cause he was gonna fix it and he never called me to.
I don't know what was wrong with it, though.
Yeah.
Also, can we get the Wi-Fi passwords so we can bring our tablets and use them? We used to have it here, but you can get it, so I can. And thank you.
Okay, so any reports from the police department? Anything going on out there exciting? Anything
No, it's been pretty mellow, been a pretty mellow week.
Okay. I know, we didn't, oh yeah. Enlighten us on National Night Out.
Oh, it was great. Good turnout, I believe, and, it was my first national night out. Doing
With any
one
police department or with?
with this police department, like, well, with any,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
So to actually be out there with the community, seeing the faces, it was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the next one. I mean, if there's other things, I am. Like the books, the children books, the raffles and stuff like that, it's really good. Really like that. But no, nothing.
We had a good turnout.
Yeah.
I think every person that signed up, every child got a gift. I know, we had a lot of cakes donated. I know the staff put a lot of time and effort. Thank you, Marty and Sophie, for that. Jerry, he was out there. And cooking, ¿verdad? Norma, she was out there. She did a lot of baking for us. My grandmother did as well. She did some cakes. And I'm trying to think who else was out there who helped us.
Okay, Diana.
Sophie and Diane Vera were out there. We missed Councilwoman Mary, of course. We thought she would have been out there because she's all for police. But we had a good turnout. It was great. We got a lot of good feedback. We gave the hot dogs out the following week, hot dogs and hamburgers out at the police department. I mean, at the city hall. So we do have another event coming up, which is October. We'll be doing Harvest Fest for the community. So I'm working on that as well. So that'll be something for y'all to come out and have your stuff ready for.
Awesome.
Okay, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and go into executive session. Okay.
What have been missing for a while? It gets swapped around.